सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Most of us complain, youngsters, most of you are in the youngster group, complain life is too hectic, no time even to die. See, this you will not appreciate now. You ask the tragedies of the old people like me. For them, every day they wake up with a fear. Oh God, I have to live another 24 hours. There is nothing to look forward to. See, we never suffer in life because of shortage of time. Now these kids, they will never suffer. They have no time. Doesn't matter what they are doing. They are busy, happy. And as the age advances, and then some of us, I don't know, here in India they call it VRS. VRS is abbreviation of virus. See, it's a virus, voluntary retirement scheme. And then what they do? Enough, I have worked for so many years. Now I want to relax. And what is relaxation? Those houses where old male are doing nothing, you are the ladies of that house. See? They are tired. Since morning till evening, the vigilance officer is there. Who has come, who has gone, what for they are coming, what for they are going. Because they are not occupied, they are not busy. See? It's so important. Therefore, if you are busy in your work, we should be busy 28 hours a day. See, then how life becomes beautiful. See, friends. Therefore, if you are busy, you are fit. You are capable. See, when we are searching for somebody, we want to get our work done. What do we see? Whether this person is fit or not. If you go to a new place and want to get your work done, so to whom should you go? Should you go to a person who has got lot of time or he who is very busy? See, we have come here in his house, in his place. Do you think he is free? There is nothing to do. Acha Babaji, aajao, time pass. No, he is busy. And busy person alone is capable. See, my friends, therefore, being busy is a sign of healthy existence. One should never dream of retiring in life. Never retire. We have lived for ourselves. Then, now try this. Live for the world. About this one example I had given, that There is a friend of mine, a South Indian, a Tamilian, and his name is Jagannathan uncle. He is now old, must be about 90 or so. He retired at the age of some 65 from private company, and he was a civil engineer. And thereafter, there was a big party, retirement party, and then he said, now I have done enough in this world, now I want to retire. And you know what he said? And I want to be with Swamiji, serve him. I will cook food for him, I look after his house, I look after everything. I said, stop here. To protect myself from people like you, I have no ashram. See? You will eat my head all the day. Then what should I do? I said, if you want to do something for me, do what I want, not what you want. See? So what is to be done? I said, in your own field of expertise, again find out a job. But Swamiji, I said, now shut up. No, but you will get a job. And he got a job in Middle East. Lot of construction going on. And there he wrote me, Swamiji, within 15 days I got a job. And now I am in Dubai. Very good. He said, I get a salary of 700,000 per month. I said, very good. Now tell me, what should I do? I said, I sanction 50% for your maintenance allowance. And remaining 50%, you spend it for the education of such students who are not bright enough to get scholarship, who do not fall any category to get free. They are not the son-in-laws of government. See? Such average students, they suffer the most in this world. So to such students, employ that money, whatever is remaining, and see what happens. And he did it for 3 years. As if a bud opening into a full bloom, beautiful flower. After that, that contract was over. He came back to Bangalore. And thereafter, he was so deeply relaxed, but not lazy. Quiet, but not lonely. See? And then he started translating all the 4 Vedas from Sanskrit into Tamil. He spent time, hours together. And next 4 or 5 years, he was busy with that. See? He told me, Swamiji, had you not told me that day, I would never have been able to do this thing. I said, I didn't tell anything. I tell this thing to so many people. But how many of them practice? See? Therefore, our condition is like what? We go to the doctor and tell Dr. Saab, these are the symptoms. He makes the diagnosis and gives prescription R. You know that R is what? Regrets. You have come to me, it is your fault now. R. And then he writes something. Take this, you will be all right. Now, next day the patient comes, more serious. So doctor said, didn't you take the medicine? Yes. Show me what medicine you have taken. He said, how can I show you? You told me to take this, so I have taken that paper inside. See, words and the meaning of the words, they are different. What I am talking to you is words. Now that meaning of the word is, if we are occupied and busy, we should find ourselves most lucky. See, friends. And thereafter, never think of retiring in life. Never think. keep occupied till the last moment. See? One day we were in Rishikesh and some satsang was going on, and there was one elderly Mahatma, and somebody asked him a question. He said, "Sir, please tell me, how should I live my complete life?" And he was conducting satsang as I am conducting. He said, "When I get a news that you collapsed on the stage while conducting the satsang, that day I will be the happiest person." Never retire in life. How important it is. And once you take this, then all opportunities come to us. Then how do you do that? Our Mahamantra that you heard just now. The first principle of leading a happy, cheerful, wonderful life is wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. You have learned the secret of all spiritual life. Now, for example, now, where are we? We are in satsang. When are we? During the satsang. Then what are we? We are satsangi, or we are mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. Who are we? If we become somebody, we will not be available to the satsanga. How simple it is. Therefore, all the spiritual practice boils down only to this. Let us try to remain in the utter present. And when we remain in utter present, we are living at an optimum tension level. Be attentive. I am not telling that we should not have tensions. We should have tensions. But optimum tensions. Like what? If you are playing veena or any tantu vadya, and if those wires, if they are not properly tuned and not optimum tension on that, if those wires are like we put our clothes for hanging, so like that, and out of that, no music will come out. The tension must be there. But tension should be optimum, not so tense that you touch it and it breaks. No. See, friends. And how do we get this tension in our life? Optimum tension when we lead our life in a responsible way. And what is the responsibility? This is the responsibility. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. See? Go to our Bhagavad Gita. You all have heard, read. This is the summary or the essence of Bhagavad Gita. I'll tell you something more, which you all know, but you do not know that. So many things are told in Bhagavad Gita. None of them Arjuna practiced. See? Where was the Bhagavad Gita told? On the battlefield, between the two armies. And the counters were blown. And it was going to start. That time Bhagavad Gita was told before the war began. And what is told in Bhagavad Gita? Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Do you think on the battlefield Arjuna sat like that? Shucho Deshe Pradishtapya Sthiramasanamatpana. No, he didn't do anything. See, friends, then what happened? Only one thing happened. And that is, Arjuna's identity crisis was corrected. Nowhere Arjuna has asked, give me the knowledge. And after the Bhagavad Gita instructions were given, Bhagavan Krishna did not ask Arjun, did you get the knowledge? No. How Arjun started? He said, Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha pruchami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. Because of self-pity, Karpanya dosha is self-pity. See? And self-pity comes when we do not recognize what we are at a given period of time in a given situation. See, friends. And this is exactly what happened to Arjun. On the battlefield, one has to be only a warrior. But instead of remaining a warrior, he became somebody's grandson, somebody's disciple, somebody's brother, and therefore his objection was, how can I kill my grandfather? Meaning what? Killing is not a problem. Grandfather is not a problem. My grandfather, if it is your, I don't mind. See? So on the battlefield, who are we? Warrior or relations? This identity crisis is the culprit behind all the problems of life. See, friends, this we all have to clearly understand. And after hearing the whole Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna did not ask him, did you get the right knowledge? No. He said, has your delusion gone? And Arjuna also says, Nashto moha smriti labdha. Yes, my delusion gone. Now I know I am a warrior on the battlefield. In the same manner, wherever you are, whenever you are, we have to remind ourselves, who am I at a given period of time? And we all have to play different roles. See? But what happens? We go to office and think about gas cylinder in the home. So, we are in the office, but we are at home. We are at home, but we bring the office files to home. In somebody's house, I went in Delhi probably, and that lady was there, her children were there, and we were playing something. After some time, the car noise came. Children said, oh, Papa has come. And then his servant came with a big bunch of files. And I was so surprised, the genius of the children. Swamiji, file area has come. I said, why? Something wrong with your father? No, see the files. So what was he saying? Office work was brought home and home work was taken to office. Both the places not sincere. See how simple it is. And then we say that nobody likes me, nobody talks to me. Friends, if you feel lonely when you are alone, you are an abnormal personality. See, I am alone at home. I go to somebody. Are Gupta ji, kya kar rahe ho? No, I am busy. But early morning, how come you came? No, I was getting bored. I am alone, so I was thinking, why not go to you? Now imagine, a person who gets bored because he is alone, what a solid bore he must be. Are we not suffering because of that? We get bored. And therefore we want something or other to hold on to. If you really want to practice some higher quality life, start with this. Spend every day, start with very small, 1 minute, not more, 1 minute at a time. Just sit. Do nothing. I think I should cut vegetables. Mind will not allow you. Give it a chance, friends. Like none of us want to die, the mind also doesn't want to die. And therefore, mind keeps on eating. And what is the food of the mind? The past memories and the future worries. And the present excitement. So we start from this. That at this moment, wherever I am, whatever I am, whenever I am, I shall be 100%. So, past gone. When there is no past, you are nobody. When you are nobody, no reference to think. You cannot think without a reference. Suppose I tell you, think. You'll ask, think what? We want a reference. So what we do? We are reference of our dead past. And therefore, if you observe, this is to be learned from our day-to-day experiences. When in some place, today's children, they are all the time playing with their games. The oldies have nothing to do. Who is the old person? If the child is sitting down, get up. If he is sitting, sit down. They want to rule over somebody. Whole life they have been ruling. They want to rule. So the child was nicely playing in his whole game, You all the time sitting at home. Go and play outside. So the child got up with the thing, wait, outside Saturday. Let them be happy wherever they are. We want somebody to rule over us. No. See, friends. And then when we were children, we were not like this. Another mantra, who asked you? We are unable to recognize this. That others want to listen or hear us or not. We keep on talking like I am talking, whether you want to listen or not. Now you are caught. See? But here you have got a freedom. 1 घंटे के बाद खत्म होगा. घर में चलता ही रहता. On every issue there is something or the other, something or the other. See, don't become grown up. Be a child with the child. See? Not childish, childlike. Slowly, slowly, we will drop our past. Then, when we are sitting all the time, the same question, how many people must have asked us this question? Swamiji, don't make a fun of me, okay? I say, I don't need to make fun. You are self-sufficient. Now, I want to know what happens after death. I said, all your people around will be happy. Gaya. No. What happens after death? I said, when you are alive, has anything happened? When you are alive, nothing has happened. After death also nothing will happen. See, friends, these fears are only because our mind wants us to be miserable. See, friends, all the spiritual practice is start working on your mind. We all work by the mind, default settings. What is default setting? Whatever we see, whatever we hear, we have got a comment. देखो, सुनो, बोलते रहो. No. देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. This thought-free experience is our essential nature. Then we don't require any company. See, just now he was telling me that he was somewhere locked in this COVID and all that and blah blah blah. So, everywhere I go, they ask the same. Swamiji, for last 2 years in COVID, where were you? I said, Mumbai. But where in Mumbai? I said, in my flat, 2 BHK. What about food? I said, 2 years I did not go out of the room. Didn't you get bored? I said, bored of whom? If a person gets bored of himself, his condition is like a person goes to the doctor and tells, hey Dr. Saab, please help me. What is the problem? Problem is, when I sleep, I snore so loudly that because of my own snoring, my sleep disturbs. What should I do? Doctor said, go and sleep in another room. when you are bored of your own presence? See, friends, we should not seek company of anything. Learn to remain alone without getting lonely. But we want some kind of support, See? And give this a try. See? Now, to give this try, we have to start working on our mind. See? And for that, we must be convinced life is not lived by the body. Life is lived by the mind. As is our mind, so is the quality of our life. If the mind is at peace, our life is at peace. The mind is disturbed, we are disturbed. In Mumbai it happened, there was one friend of mine. He told his daughter that, okay, when I come back from work, get ready and keep yourself fresh. We'll go for a nice drama or a movie, okay? And the child, so excited, by mistake the dad has said that he is going to take her away somewhere for the function or some drama. And she was waiting, all ready. And that day that man went out for work. Everywhere he was kicked. Complete failure day. And with that frustration he came home. Now saw a little girl, she doesn't know what happened outside. She said, Papa, let's go for the movie. Now that girl thinks, what is wrong with this fellow? See, friends. So what should be the mantra? If you are before your child, be a father, not a Rakshasa. Because our mind is ruling us. Are we ruling the mind or the mind is ruling us? When the mind starts ruling us, we become our own enemy. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. My friends, we all know this simple fact. We have to learn everything in life. But have we ever learned how to think? Our parents never taught us how to think. Our schools and colleges never taught us how to think. We go for the satsang, there also we are not taught how to think. And then we become thinkers. See? So before we jump into working on the mind, we must know the functioning of the mind, how the mind functions. See? The mind functions with three components. For example, this is a mic. Now, how the knowledge happens in the mind? First step, this is a mic. Now, this mic doesn't know its name is mic. I know. So, this is a mic, an object of knowledge. I am the knower. 2. And third step, I am not the mic. These three components together constitute knowledge. See? Therefore, out of these three, which is more important? If the mic is there or not, does it make any difference to me? I continue to exist. Therefore, I am independent of the presence or absence of the mic. This is what is my essential nature. Now apply this in our all the experiences of life. In joy, I am there. In miseries, I am there. Therefore, who am I? I am supporting both. And therefore, beyond both. Now, how to practice that? That can be practiced by simplest technique. Let there be any experience, but let an experiencer be not born. experience without experiencer is simplest way of living. Now how can we do that? Experience without experiencer. When we do not react in any experience, experiencer is not born. For that our mantra is Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Now I'll give you two experiments or two techniques. Try whether we can help ourselves. I'll make noise for this from this mic, and you just tell me how many times we have made the noise. How many times? 3 times. It is 3 only because between two sounds there was absence of sound. That means what we have heard? We have heard both the sound and the absence of sound. Without that, these two sounds cannot be separated. It's very subtle. Be very attentive. Therefore, who am I? When I say there were 3 sounds, that means I am knowing both the presence and the absence of the sound. And therefore, presence and absence of the sound have no impact on me. See? But normally what happens? When something good happens, we jump out of our skin. Aha! When something miserable happens, ooh, constantly buffeting with the joy and sorrows, and that becomes our second nature. On the contrary, if we keep cool, see, let there be joy or sorrows, we do not get excited about it. In other words, the equanimity of the mind has to be consciously maintained by us. That is what is the real spiritual practice. See, let our mind be like the mirror. What the mirror does? Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, and retains nothing. Mirror does not have past. Therefore, mirror does not have a personality. Therefore, the mirror doesn't go to hell if reflecting a dacoit, and doesn't go to the heaven if reflecting a Mahatma. No. No impressions. How impressions are formed? When we see something, when we hear something, immediately being Indians, by default, we have some kind of suggestion to everything. See, friends, it's extremely important. Now, for this, we have to learn to listen to silence. And it is for this purpose, all our great masters have told, take the mala in the hand and start chanting the Lord's name. But there also, we are unable to catch the point. So when we chant the Lord's name, we are in a hurry to finish it. And if you are a Gujarati, you will make an abbreviation. Jai Ske, Jai Ske, Jai Ske, Jai Ske. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Ske, Jai Ske, Jai Ske, Jai Ske, Jai Ske. Bhagwan Krishna gets confused. Kya ho raha hai? See, it is not a punishment that we are chanting the Lord's name, but chant the Lord's name like we eat chocolate. Park it and enjoy it. And that can be done if we are becoming aware of the silence between the two names. So, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Like the chocolate, you are sucked and gulping that sweet. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. In due time, you will be able to recognize what is the meaning of listening to silence. You will not react in life. Normally, we react in life. And this is the technique. Very simple technique. Because the world is nothing but two things, name and form. See, only two things. Nama Rupatmak Jagat. Name and form. Now forms are not under our control. Words and sounds are under our control. So what is under our control is the sound, the words, the speech. And therefore, when we talk to somebody, before we talk, ask a question to yourself, is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, you will get a reply, not necessary. How much we keep on talking? Like a poultry farm. I have a friend in Coimbatore. He has got a huge poultry farm complex. Very dynamic person. So he took me to his poultry farm to show me that. And there I learned this thing. In that poultry farm, any time of the day and night you go, there is a constant noise going on. This is what is happening inside us. Stop talking to yourself. I have given a name to this yoga. The name is, this is called a commode yoga. When you land on the commode, stop talking to yourself till the job is done. You cannot say, I don't get time. This is only time, nothing else. Give it a try. Slowly, you will know the secret of controlling the mind. Mind is nothing but words. Without words, you cannot think. Yogis tell us, don't think. It is not possible. Ask any yogi, have they achieved really freedom from thoughts? They cannot. But this can be practiced. Because thoughts are expressed through words. Thoughts are subtle, words are gross. Unmanifest thoughts are not heard. Manifest thoughts are heard. See? So you just give it a try. Right now, for next 1 minute, give it a sincere try. Do not talk to yourself. Stop. Now see, when you do not talk to yourself, you don't want to talk to anybody. How simple it is. And in this we have not done anything. Simplest spiritual practice. Not for 2 hours. Start with small. Like a child, how the child learns walking. The child doesn't ask the mother, Mama, when you were a child, how did you start walking? No, he discovers his own techniques. See, he only is watching around and learning. How come everybody is walking and I can't move from here? Oh, their legs are moving. So the child starts moving in the air. Oh, I'm still not moving. Something is wrong somewhere. He doesn't ask mommy. Then he turns. And there also he tries, he cannot. Then he becomes a reptile. He comes on his stomach and starts swimming. Slowly he comes on the knees and hands. And slowly he learns. Imagine, if a child starts walking and for the first step he falls and therefore he gives up, then I don't think I can walk. His whole life he will never be able to walk. That perseverance of a child to learn to walk is the need of our spiritual practice. Give it a chance. Just start with 1 minute. Not to talk to yourself. The mind slowly starts dissolving in consciousness. Like water and ice. Solidified water is ice and liquefied ice is water. In the same manner, liquefied words are mind and solidified mind is the words. They are not two. See, similarly, manifest consciousness is mind, unmanifest mind is consciousness. Now, in addition to this, if we really want to help ourselves, add some more. Not only we don't talk to ourselves for a minute or two, and in a day at least 5-6 times. Doesn't matter where you are. Just for 1 minute. Just sit down, wherever. 1 minute, no talking. And you know the beauty of the mind? Mind can form habits very quickly. Do it consciously for a week. Thereafter it will start happening. So in addition to not talking to ourselves, also listen to silence. Talking is words. Hearing the sounds is also words. So when we don't talk to ourselves, sounds are quietened. When we listen to silence, meaning what? We are not reacting to the sounds. You are fully absorbed. In your own source. All the worries, problems, frustration, anger, loneliness, depression, all of them will disappear. Why these things happen? Why depression comes? Depression is a sign of a very strong ego. We want constant attention. If we are not given sufficient attention, we can see. In some house I went in Delhi, and all my characters are Guptaji. Like if you have read Shankaracharya Bhagwan, his character used to be Devadatta Vishnudatta. If you have read Osho, his characters used to be Mullah Nasruddin. Similarly, my character is Guptaji. And in that, somebody asked, Swami, where from you got Guptaji? I said, that is my character. So, but why Guptaji? I said, because I discovered Guptaji. I was in Jumke Wali Bareilly. And below a tree, I was just going by, below a tree, there was a tea shop and a bench. And in the center there was one chessboard. This side one person sitting, this other person sitting. And behind this person there were about 5, 6, 7 of them. And here also. And this person telling, Guptaji, ghoda chala yaar. Guptaji, oont chala. And he was doing like this thing. And he won. So he, hey, who was telling me? He said, I was telling. But how do you know? My name is Guptaji. He said, har बेवकूफ को मैं गुप्ता कहता हूँ. From that day onward, this Guptaji became my ideal character. See, friends, life becomes so simple, friends. Give it a try. Constant reacting in life is no good. Remain relaxed. And therefore, our Mahamantra, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. See? I am not telling you, therefore live like a fakir like me. No, you have everything. But be only a custodian, not the owner. See? So when you are a custodian, you take care. But you don't worry. Worry is left with the owner. See, friends, with this attitude when we start living, then you will see our mind remains naturally at peace. So, listen to silence and do not talk to yourself. But then how to live life in day to day? No, whatever you are supposed to do, do it. Perfectly, best way. See? There is no compromise in that. Many of us have got this wrong notion. Spirituality means when we are good for nothing, we are fit for spirituality. This happened in Prayagraj many years before, must be more than 30, 35 years before. That time I was pretty young. So, I went to one of my friend's house, Agrawal, for food. That's the only reason I go to places, I get my food, that's it. If I can live without food, I will stop talking. So, we were all sitting on a dining table. The man, then myself and 2, 3 other people, and his wife was, serving. Swami, I'll take later. I said, all right. And there was one seat kept for his son, huge, maybe 6 plus, 4 plus, huge, strong structure. So I said, hey Mahatma ji, come and join. आप खाओ. I said, मैं इसीलिए आया हूँ, मैं खाऊंगा. When he said like this, that his mother felt very bad. Swamiji, he is such a useless person in our family. We are fed up. We can't do anything to him. He can lift his father and throw out. He is so strong. He doesn't study. He doesn't work. Whole day eats and bullies everybody. He is good for nothing. Swamiji, yes, why don't you take him to your ashram? That day I told, yes, my mother also sent me like this. Because I am good for nothing, I was sent to ashram. Friends, spiritual life is not for those who are dropouts in life. See, succeed and throw away the success and see the joy of life. See? It is like, we eat Indians, we eat the ganne ka tukda, sugar cane. Take out the ras and then don't put it like Australians here, on the road. See? That's the joy in that. See, friends, we have to know this, and nobody can do it for us. We have to do it. Therefore, perfect balance of life is what? External world, prosperity, and internal world, peace. When this balance is struck correctly, you are on the right track. See, we are not telling you. See, we have got Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. It is never said in our religion that be a bhikari. No. See, be prosperous, work hard, earn lot, and then also have the guts to live it everything. That is the real life that is lived. And for that, we don't have to take life very seriously. Then how to take the life? Life is a time pass. I have to achieve this, relax. And when we are thus understanding the complete picture of our total life, then we come to know that for all the problems, our mind is the culprit. And the mind is the culprit because we have never worked on our mind. See, mind required for cheating the world and earning the money is different quality. And mind required for growing spiritually is a different quality. See, there was one lady, she was talking to her husband. Husband was standing in front of the mirror, took the shaving thing, and when he moved the blade, it gave a cut, like a plowing. All the blood came. Oh God! And he started talking. These people take money and see how rubbish blades they have given. When this thing happens, wife is there to support him. You always complain about everything. What is wrong with that blade? Just now I had taken out the blade from there, pared your son's pencil and put it there. Now to that Mahamaya, what can you talk? The sharpness required for paring a pencil and the sharpness required for shaving is of different quality. In the same manner, the subtlety of understanding in the worldly things is different than the subtlety required for knowing ourselves is totally different. But we get lost in the grossness of the world. Therefore, my friends, the more we remain cool, quiet with ourselves. And the last thought, every thought erupts from a seed. If you have got a beautiful soil, but no seed, nothing will grow in that. See? And what is the seed? The seed is called Mr. Somebody. You cannot think as Mr. Nobody. Try now. Take a position that you are nobody. And now think. See? So whenever we are thinking, we are always thinking as somebody. And somebody is always relational. And from the relations, we get only relative happiness. You cannot get absolute happiness. Relative happiness is other name of miseries. See, friends, therefore, whenever we are disturbed, ask a question to yourself, who is disturbed? Or when you are sitting for a prayers, your meditation, who is sitting for meditation? See? Then you will come to know somebody is sitting. Now you are supposed doing meditation. And who is sitting for meditation? Mr. Nobody? No. Then Mr. Husband is sitting for meditation. When the husband is sitting for meditation, what will be the Anishta Devata? Wife. Belan Devi. When the Belan Devi is in front of you, do you think you will be at peace? On the contrary, you remain as nobody. Now be very attentive. In deep sleep we are nobody. Therefore, when you get out of your sleep, before you become anybody, that short period, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, that time complete your spiritual practice. See the difference. The moment we become somebody, you cannot stop thoughts erupting in the mind. And then for us, meditation is a silent torture. See? And therefore you will see, in most of the meditation classes, if the board is written outside, meditation in progress, don't disturb. We are already disturbed. See? Because they continue to become somebody. Don't become anybody. Just remain as nobody. Now these 3 practices, remaining as nobody, listening to silence, and not talking to yourself. These 3 things. Practice simultaneously. At a time, 1 minute. As the stamina increases, make it 2 minutes. Slowly, the habit of the mind to react to everything will cool down. In medical term, they call it unused atrophy. If you do not use any organ for a long period of time, the ability or the functioning ability of that organ dies away. I tell you my example. Earlier I used to write all my books etc. by hand in early 90s or mid 80s. That time I had no laptop, no nothing. Pages and pages, hundreds and thousands of pages. But after this laptop has come, slowly, the writing is stopped. And therefore, when I sign, 3 times, 3 different signatures come. It doesn't come the same thing. I myself will not agree this is my signature. Because the ability, the functioning ability of the hand to write is completely suspended. If this is understood, exactly the same way, when you spend time remaining quiet, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, don't overdo anything. And slowly, old habit of constantly reacting to everything or constantly talking to oneself. Watch anywhere, single person sitting somewhere. He is not sitting quiet. He is talking to himself. Stop that and see the joy of life. Give it a chance and be happy. Don't give it a chance and continue to be what you are. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.